How's it going, everybody? I am Donut. We are reacting to Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1, Episode 14, Ta-H-I-T, an acronym, Tahiti. Interesting. I was not expecting Tahiti to be an actual acronym, but that could be the machine that actually worked on or something. I don't know. But, yeah. The background is different. I explained this in my, discussion last time, but I'll just reiterate in case people are watching, because I know people don't. I moved, new background, should be an actual setup within the next couple of reactions, but for now, you're gonna have to deal with this. So, until then, let's just get into the reaction. Okay, so, apologies for the audio problems in the last one. Should be better now. I've been having to say this in every video. We're getting soundproofing, it'll be even better than it already is, but it should be better than the reaction that you just saw. If that is the one I'm thinking of. I'm saying this in most of them because I don't remember which one was recorded with the bad audio and which one was recorded with the slightly better audio. I don't know. Anyway. So, let's just talk about the end first. You know what? I always try and save it for the end, but let's just talk about the goddamn end first. We gotta talk about that end. So, there's a tons of versions of GH being pumped in or out of this alien. It's gotta be an alien, right? It's got blue skin. It's gotta be. I mean, that could just be the tint of the water, and there's not a whole lot to point to it being an alien besides the blue skin. I mean, it does look slightly not like a human, but it could just be something else. But anyway, I'm assuming it's an alien because blue skin, blah, blah, blah. Could be a frost giant, maybe? I doubt it. Anyway, so it's either, again, coming from it or coming out of it. If it's coming out of it, that means GH, the drug, is from that. I'm not sure what GH could stand for. If it is coming out of it, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. And that would explain why Coulson was like, don't take it, this drug is from an alien's body. We don't really know what it does, blah, blah, blah. At the same time, what it seems like more likely, and I didn't think about this until a second rewatch, is that they're pumping it full of GH. Different kinds. I'm not sure why it'd be different versions. That's the different versions I'm saying it's coming out of it because they're trying to get the right one. But it could be them trying to use GH on it to revive it to use as a weapon, because this isn't a S.H.I.E.L.D. facility. Though S.H.I.E.L.D. was at it. Like, S.H.I.E.L.D. did go here with Coulson and everything like that, so S.H.I.E.L.D. can come here. The protocol was not in, or the message, the code was not in our protocol in any way. So, it's definitely something only Fury would be able to do, maybe, like, down here. Like, get S.H.I.E.L.D. down there. I don't know. I'm not sure who owns it or what. The medical people don't stay there. Might have been S.H.I.E.L.D.'s doctors, but they just have all the... I don't know. I really don't know. We'll get some information on it eventually. But I'm going with the guess that they are trying to revive this thing. Well, no, they can't, because we just blew it all up to hell, so there's no way that's what it is. It had to have been coming from it. Like, plot-wise, thinking out of Big Brain, there's no way that they would have been reviving it, or else we wouldn't have blown it all up. So, it's gotta be that the drug was coming from it. Huh. And why is it called the guest house? Right? The guest house. It is specifically built for other people to use. I don't know. So, we also got May showing off some great acting skills. Not in universe. I mean, her actor getting to show off some great acting skills in May. With the whole interrogation scene, like, after that. Well, that and after it. Like, breaking down. Like, we have yet to get to see her be truly emotional. She's had times, but most of the time she keeps her emotions very close to the chest. So it's nice that with Skye specifically, we get to see her really lose her emotions. Very, very nice to see. Everybody in the show is doing some fantastic acting, and I can't wait for it to get even better as it goes on, I assume. So then we get introduced to Garrett and Trip. I don't like Trip. I don't trust him. Even if he is a good person, I don't like him. I think he's just, I don't know. There's something about him that I just don't like him, and I really hope that we're not going to try and do a ship thing between not be weird, Simmons and him. I just don't think that's, I hope it doesn't happen. I really hope something happens to Trip where he turns out to be a bad guy. I really hope there's a double cross thing with Trip, because, and it would be cool to see Ward and him actually get a real fight. But this one did kind of show that Ward is one of the best in S.H.I.E.L.D. We do have, Ward and May are two of the best, and we have them. They are pretty high up there. Now, Ward going with Garrett, maybe not, but considering Trip was trained by Garrett, and Ward was trained by Garrett, and Ward kicked Trip's ass. I don't know, that does say some shit. I feel like Garrett's probably going to get killed by a clairvoyant goon at some point. Next time we see him, I don't think he's going to be a reoccurring character. We'll see him one more time, but I don't see him having much of a role in the series other than a person to get killed by the clairvoyant's goons. I could definitely see that happening. But at the same time, the show doesn't like to kill people, so... I mean, we kill people pretty often, I guess. Just usually bad guys. The show doesn't like to kill off good guys. Though, I mean... we haven't really had the chance for it very often. I mean, Mike came back, but obviously that was for a much bigger reason rather than just not wanting to kill off a character. Or like, the Asgardian guy came back, but again, that makes sense. It was a cool moment. Like, there's no time where I felt like, oh, that character should have died. And this is coming from somebody who's like a series where characters don't have to die. I don't think they have to die. I think that's cool that we have the Night pistol or anything like that. But there are times where it's like, that character should have died. But I haven't felt that with S.H.I.E.L.D. yet. And I feel that sometimes with certain network shows where I'm like, character really should have died. There's no real reason for them to live. But I haven't seen it yet. So maybe Garrett won't get killed. But I don't know. We'll have to see when we get to it. What else do I have here? We already talked about Ward. We talked about the guest house. The many different versions of GH is interesting. Like, I brought it up, but why does only one work if they're, like, they would have stopped just having it be pumped into all of these different vials if they knew that only one worked, right? You would think. Anyway, also, like, Goldsman's trying to cover it up by saying, like, also, I'm not sure why he didn't tell anybody. I really have no idea why he didn't tell anybody. I guess, like, well, if it worked out, better not freak him out. But, like, he's trying to cover it up by, like, oh, I didn't want Sky to have to suffer the same way I did. But that was all the brain stuff. Like, all the pain and stuff that he went through that we saw, like, maybe he was also going through the same amount of pain when they were just bringing him back with the drug. But, it seems like the vast majority of the stuff was the memory erasing, which, now that I know that, is also like a, no thanks, I would rather just come back from life and deal with the pain and you not have to put me through more insane amounts of pain to rearrange my brain. I think I would rather not go through more excruciating pain for that. I'll just keep the memories, thank you very much. But we don't know how excruciating the stuff he went through other than the brain was. We've been told that it was excruciating and everything like that. But what we saw with Sky was not. But she was also unconscious. She was also not dead. So if your whole body is putting itself back together and you're conscious after you've been dead, that's probably going to hurt a lot more than being alive and just fixing a little wound there. We'll see. We'll see. So at the very end, we have the Asgardian on Earth, Lorelei. I'm guess she has to be Asgardian, right? She's got the accent, right? Everyone knows. I mean, and I'm terrible with accents. But if you're British, you're from Asgard. And I think she's British. I don't I'm questioning myself now because I am horrible with accents. I am notoriously someone who will watch... Like, I have watched... In my past, there's been plenty of YouTubers that I've watched for years. Years! And not until I show somebody else a clip from them do I realize that they are British. I don't know what it is with my brain, but a lot of times, 90% of the time when I hear a British accent, my brain goes, that person has a lisp. I cannot explain it. I cannot help it. And it's also my problem, like, Vanshot, you guys saw it? I fucking was like calling Quinn Vanshot when he has a completely different accent. I'm so bad with accents. I don't know what it is, but half the time I just don't even notice the character has an accent. But, so, I think she has the same accent that the Asgardians have, but I'm also so bad with accents that I could be entirely wrong here and just talking out my fucking ass. She does have the shoulder piece that looks very Asgardian. Everything about her looks very Asgardian. She's had Midgard, which I think they have called Earth before, but I could be wrong. I could just be thinking of Middle Earth. Yeah. So, she has escaped Asgard for some reason. Why? Is she a prisoner? Is she just someone that's wanting to get away, like the last Asgardian? Even though his was way, during like a war, and he just kind of stuck around. He didn't peace out of Asgard. He was brought here, like all the rest of them, and then stayed. So how did she get here? Because it sure as hell didn't seem like it was the Bifrost, and you think we would have saw that, like S.H.I.E.L.D. would have saw that. Maybe it'll come on next episode. It can't be tied into like one of the movies coming up because that's Captain America. I mean, it could. I don't know. Fucking know. Captain America's gonna do that. Asgard. Who the hell knows? But yeah, I don't know what else. She has brainwashing powers, or at least like can get people under her side. Like she might have just lusty brain powers, right? Like maybe it doesn't work on women. Maybe it only works on men. Or just anybody who would be interested in her in general, maybe. Like, if someone is attracted to her, then it would work, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, it's tough to see how this is all going to tie together. I could really see how if a lot of stuff that I keep thinking might be H.I.E.L.D. related, probably not, but might be. I can see how we're tying to Captain America, but this, I don't know. We still got 15, 16. We got 2 more episodes, then we got to watch the movie, so. I don't know. I don't know. Also, T.A.H.I.T.I, we got it as an acronym, but there was no, because we saw it as the acronym, but we still don't know what it is, T.A.H.I.T.I as an acronym. So, I hope we get an explanation on that soon. Until then, I'll see you guys for the next reaction. Get the fuck out of here. Is there anything else I feel like I'm missing something that I didn't talk about, but I don't know what. I feel like I'm skipping over something. Am I? I mean, I didn't really talk about Sky in general, but, like, I feel like I talked about, like, not much changed in what I would have had to talk about between now and last episode. Like, it just is really heavy. These episodes are really heavy emotionally, and it's hard for me to talk about that kind of stuff in my discussion. So, I honestly, like, the way I try and do this, by the way, and somebody also brought up, like, a while back, like, oh, man, I can't believe you didn't put in the sandwich scene. And, one, it's hard to fit everything in here. But, like, the way I do it is I try and keep the reaction mainly focused on emotional stuff. Like, I want to hit all the big emotional stuff in the reaction itself, like what I can keep in the YouTube version of it. And then the plot stuff, I try and get my immediate reaction to it, but then I can expand on that a lot more in the discussion. Whereas the emotional stuff, it's hard for me to really, like, discuss on it more than just, like, that was real sad. Like, there's a lot of times there's more I have to talk about, like, when the show doesn't emphasize it. Like, I talked a lot about the Simmons jump on a grenade thing. But, like, for the most part, I don't know. I don't know why I'm bringing this up. Just a heads up for people that enjoy my enjoy my discussions and stuff like that. But if you're watching this to the end, that is kind of how I handle things. I like to try and get my emotional stuff in the reaction and then more discussion stuff in the discussion. So if you feel like I'm skipping over some stuff in the discussion, I do sometimes just feel like, it's just going to be like I'm repeating myself if I talk about that, because like, I know I'm going to keep that in the reaction. Anyway, that's it. I'll see you guys for the next one. Until then, get the fuck out of here. And as always, go check out the full length. I wish I could keep everything in. I talk so much in my reactions, and you guys know, with if you're someone that watches this discussion and is stuck to the end, you know that I go back through these episodes twice. You know I get all this shit. So if you're someone who actually does, like, watch reactions, a lot of times where I'll pay for a full length reaction, and it's like, this person barely even talks from this. Why am I paying for this? Screw this. I'll watch the edited version. I actually know I watch plenty of reactions. I think my full length reactions are worth the money. I know that says a lot coming from me, but this is coming from someone who watches a lot of reactors, pays for a lot of full length reactions. I know what I like in a full length reaction. I hope you guys would like the same sort of thing, even from talking over some stuff from time to time. I'll catch it in the second viewing before I do my discussion. That's it. Go check out the full length. Give me some money, man, because that's all I'm doing. I don't have a job anymore. This is it. Alright, I'll see you guys for the next one. Get the fuck out of here.